All right, we're starting a little early. We're going to start at 10 o'clock usually, but we're going to start this morning just a little bit early. We got our coffee, Beatles mug. Eventually I'll get another one, but it's probably my favorite mug. But like I said, we are early. We are just trying some new stuff. I think we're going to do like morning coffees, I think, maybe. But the year's coming to an end, so we thought we would kind of, just start a little early. Sometimes you got to. Pop up here. Oh, see, if I put my phone there, I can't read. We're gonna reposition. Sorry for those who are watching. I can't see the chats. What if I position this way? Yeah, that's better. I can't see the chats on my screen here. I can see it on the computer, but I can't necessarily see. Just trying to re-angle here because I moved. I couldn't see on the computer because I like reading them on the computer better than reading them on my screen because they're tiny on my screen, and my computer screen they're big. So, but good morning, everybody. We're coming to the end of a year, so I have to see what that year looks like. Hopefully good things happen, but we'll just have to see. Like I said, we got our coffee. Trying to think what else. We got our phone. I think we're pretty much good. I remembered to turn the light on before I started this time. I always forget. I don't know why I forget, but I do. Let's see here. Go YouTube Studio. So a little, for those who are watching, we've got a little update on our Vox AC15. We retubed it. We put new power tubes like this in there. This is not one of them. This is actually the brand that I buy the most of. That's a good tube. I know that's a good tube. This is the factory tube out of it. But we replaced the tubes in it, power tubes, and put new fuses in it. I bought a whole box of these. And it kept blowing fuses. So it is currently out at a shop from now till probably the middle of January, I'm guessing. The middle of January, it'll come back. But in the meanwhile, we have a different amplifier. I'm trying to think what amplifier we have. I'm gonna have to look at it here. It is a Fender Deluxe. It's a Hot Rod Deluxe to be specific. It's a Hot Rod Deluxe 3. I absolutely love it so far. I did have a rattling in it, and I'll show you in a thing that I actually found what was rattling in it. It wasn't anything about the guitar itself, so there's a short coming up about that. Star says hi. Hi, Star. Tahid just sent me a bunch of emojis. I see gorilla, happy face. That's kind of funny. He retracted it, but that's funny. I think it's actually kind of funny. No emojis. I don't know if that actually was supposed to mean anything, but anyways. But those who have said hi, good morning. We're streaming live from the studio today. As you can see, we're in our, I want to say, beautiful recording studio. Some people are like, weird ceiling, dude. But anyways, Tahid, hi. That's fine. I like emojis, whatever. Hutchins21 said hi. Hi, everyone. We'll say hi to anybody who logs on here. We are a recording studio, but these are basically us to connect with our community and to drink coffee while doing it. The cool Reddit person asks, "Are you ready for 2025?" I am not. I'm never ready for the new year to come, but it's coming anyways. I got some ideas, some plans that I want to do for the coming year via this channel. And then what else do I want to do? I got stuff for the channel, stuff for the studio. I got some personal stuff I want to do. I want to go camping, some stuff like that. Maybe a vacation or two. But that's kind of what I got planned for 2020 or 2025. Good Lord. 5 years since the pandemic. It's weird. But yeah, I'll have to see. We'll have to see what actually comes. We're going to write some music. Anyways, Star asks, what does your mug say? Well, on one side, I'll hold it up here. It says, all you need is love. And on the other side, it's got the Beatles. So my Beatles mug. One of my favorite mugs of all time. I've had this thing forever. Hutchins21 asks, what time is it for you? Time here is currently 9:43 a.m. However, we did have this scheduled for 10. We were going to do it at 10 o'clock. And then I got down to the studio, got cleaned up, and I was like, you know what? It's close enough. We're just gonna start it. And then I saw some people waiting. I was like, oh, well, I got people waiting. I might as well. Why keep people waiting? Let's get on with the stream, type thing. So, but we got our coffee, and it is full. I filled it this time before I came down here. I always start with like half a cup. 11:43. That's not bad. I don't know. Imagine Hutchins 2021. You're probably on, the East Coast, probably New York. If you're that far ahead of us, that's only like 2 hours from now. So, but I'd like to go. Star says it. Yeah, your hour, 2 hours. We've got people who watch that. Technically, it's the next day. We've got some people who watch like in India, and it's like, it's the next day. Yeah, Michigan's only an hour ahead of us, I think. No, they are 2 hours ahead of us, barely. 11:44 in your country. 11:44 a.m. or p.m. That's the thing. You gotta. If you're in the U.S., we use p.m. If you're everywhere else in the world, they use what we essentially call military time. And it's, if you say an 11:44, that's probably morning, but it could be tomorrow. It's crazy. So, which means if it's tomorrow, you're closer to the new year than we are by 1 day, or you're behind a day. I don't know. The Shorts guy says hi. Hi, Shorts guy. But yeah, we are gonna keep rolling out the YouTube videos, keep rolling out the streams, doing stuff like this. I actually have a stream that or a video I'm gonna shoot today. I'm not entirely sure how I'm gonna do it, but we're gonna work on it and see what happens. I think I might shoot the review for our new amp. That I love this. I had to fix it because it was rattling, but we fixed the rattle. A side note, if you guys like our content or like these shorts or whatever, hit the like and subscribe. You'll get to see the stuff that we already have. For one, you'll get notifications when we drop new stuff, maybe. But you also helps us out. So don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't already. You can hit that notification bell. I never do because I don't know, notifications drive me nuts. But that's all I can say is, you do what you do, and I'll do what I do. And if we meet in the middle, that's great too. We have some mixes that we're going to work on today too. Like, it's a semi-busy day here in the studio. I got mixes we're going to work on. I got to work on some like scheduling for the coming year for a band that we're working with. I got to work on scheduling out the rest of their album on when they can come and record and then mixes and all that fun stuff. I don't personally enjoy doing all of that all of that scheduling, but sometimes you just have to do it. So being a one-person show, or even like a two-person show, you end up wearing multiple hats. So like, we do our taxes ourselves, we do all of our accounting ourselves, all of our marketing and promotion, everything. So Nothing to See Here says, what's the biggest band you've worked with? Oh, I've worked with a lot of big bands. The biggest, right out of college, I did, I was on a tour with Slipknot. I toured around. We did a lot of their staging. Like, we toured around with this massive stage, a big hydraulic stage. We toured around with them. So with Slipknot, that was 2009, I think, 2010, something like that. I can't quite remember. I was gone for a while, so I can't remember the time frame. But we did do that for a short while. It wasn't as much fun. Touring is not as much fun as working in the studios. I've worked with another guy that they just released a movie on, but I can't really, because of some NDA stuff, I can't really say who it is. I have worked with Doug Kershaw. He was a very, like, in the 70s, he was huge. He was a huge, like, he played with Johnny Cash. He played with Bob Dylan. He played with all sorts of people. He's a very famous fiddle player. And there's our dog butt in the back corner. Sorry, side note. But he plays with a lot of big guys. His name is Doug Kershaw. He lives not far from us. He lives in a town called Greeley. We're in Loveland. It's in northern Colorado, not far from us. So he came in here. He's recorded a bunch last year on some stuff that the record label it's kind of still has all of this stuff wanted done. So we worked with him. I've worked with a lot of up and coming bands that, like, eventually, I don't know if they ever will become big, but some bands that like have some potential to do that. But a lot of the people we work with are kind of up and comers. Like they're just starting out, or they're independent singer-songwriter type people, or they're hip-hop guys. I've done some work on some telenovelas. That's probably pretty big, but no one would know unless you watch telenovelas, or really like they don't really give you credit for that type of stuff. And I don't even know if any of that's really dropped yet. Let's see, nothing to see here. Do you use this information to impress dates? No, because nobody really cares. That's what I found out over the years in doing recording and live sound and stuff. You can say, oh yeah, I've worked with this people and I worked with other, and people kind of act like, oh, that's cool. Like you get a few people who are generally impressed, but most people are like, ah, that's cool. And then they move on with whatever else they're doing. Come on, Winnie. I'm trying to get my dog up here. Come on, Winnie. Come on. Trying to get her up here. This is my dog, Winnie. She sometimes appears in streams, not videos usually, but streams definitely. She's a good dog. She got in a little bit of a tussle, so she's got her nose kind of got torn up and she got a cut, and so. But she's a good dog, and we got a bunch of puppies we're also trying to get rid of in the next week or so. I was hoping I'm all gone by the end of the year, but not going to happen. But in the next week or so, I'm really going to hit up a few places that I know would let me post some stuff, and hit a few people that I know who are looking for dogs. So, but like I said, no one really cares if you have worked with a big person. Some people have worked with, some people will care, like within the industry will care. Oh yeah, you worked with them. That's cool. I'll send you some stuff. But not a lot of people are really impressed, really. Philip, I'm just gonna call you Philip because you have a really long name. Have you seen band channel Japanese? I have not. I don't know. I haven't checked out a lot of people, channels. I've watched a few here and there when they've really got to kind of capture my attention. Like as I'm browsing YouTube, or I'm browsing Netflix, or I'm browsing whatever social media thing I'm looking at. It's really got to kind of capture my attention. Like even books. I was at Barnes & Noble last night, and we were just buying books and stuff. And I looked at a whole bunch of books. I'm like, oh, that'd be a cool book to have. That'd be a cool book. But nothing that was like, yeah, that really captured my attention. Pat the dog. I did. I petted her. She's right here. She wanted to go somewhere else. She's not really a one that... She loves to sit on my lap. That's what she wants to do, and she can't in this chair. So if she can't sit on my lap, she goes back there and snoops around. What are you snooping around back there? She's like, I don't know. Just go lie down on the couch. Just lie down. Sit, Winnie. Good girl. She's pretty obedient for the most part. I got her right here. You want to get back up here? Oh, she's back. So, I find that you guys really like my live streams a lot more when I have the dogs in it. I don't know why. Mostly probably because they're cute. They're a pretty good looking dog. I got a bunch of dogs here, but yeah, like I said, if it's a social media channel, sometimes it's really got to capture my attention. Like especially if I'm like doom scrolling, like, oh no, don't care. Oh, that's kind of interesting, and I'll watch it, and then I'll keep scrolling. But that's why I try to kind of keep these streams kind of interesting, but I also understand people are gonna move. Check them out. Maybe I got dog hair everywhere. Sorry, it's all in my face here. Okay, Philip says check him out. Maybe produce something for him. I would love to maybe produce something for like a big metal band someday, but right now we're working with kind of like an alt rock metal punk band. So I'm hoping, honestly, they write some really good stuff. I'm hoping one day that they can really make it big. Oh, that my dog's name is Winnie, like Winnie the Pooh, kind of like that. But we just call her Winnie. Actually, I call her Winifred when she's in trouble. But her name is Winnie. And that's the dog is a dog. What are you talking about? That is its pronoun. The pronoun is dog. It's a female. I have a male dog and I have a female dog. And that's the dog. And if you want to go with pronoun star on the dog, that's what it is. It's a dog. She's a female, just like we have in humans and everywhere else. Not going to go into that. So if you're, that's what it is. That's where I'll leave it. like I said, we're working with a couple bands, trying to get some stuff out there for them. I'm helping a guy write some music, which is very interesting for me because I haven't written other people's music in a long time. I usually write my own stuff, and that's kind of my goal for 2025 is to write and record. So both things, write and record a song every month. And then at the end of the year, I want to roll it out as like an album. Write, record, and mix one every month, which honestly I can work pretty quick because it's my own stuff. I've already written. I know where everything's at. I know how to everything to sound. I can usually do it pretty quick. When it's other people's stuff, sometimes it takes me a little longer because people are like, "Oh, I have a certain sound that I want," and then it's like you're trying to capture lightning in a bottle at that point. Also, if you haven't already done this, hit the like and subscribe button. I'm gonna push that as much as I can on my live streams. We have had quite a few people subscribe. Thanks for those who have subscribed. We're super grateful. It helps us out a lot when it comes in the channel realm. Like, yeah, it's great, but we were trying to get to 650 by the end of the year, and we have definitely done that today. We're at 651. Super grateful for everybody who has hit the like and subscribe. I'm also like super excited to see what the next year will bring for our YouTube, because I really don't know what it's going to bring. Like, we're going to work the best as we can on it and make it even better. So, Philip, stumbled on you in the Philippines. That's cool. Going back to Vietnam in 2 weeks. Thank you. We're super grateful for that, Philip. I've never been to the Philippines or Vietnam. I've actually really never been to Southeast Asia, to be honest. Any of that, Philippines, all that whole Vietnam, Korea, all that. I have not been to that portion of the globe. I'd like to maybe someday. I don't know. I really don't know. It's not like one of those goals like I must do it. It's like, oh, that'd be kind of cool if we went. If I don't go, it's not the end of the world for me. I've traveled plenty enough in my younger years that I'm just kind of like, yeah. So, on a military pension. Oh, that's cool. That's great for you, Philip. I've had a lot of people who've gone to the military in my family. Some people did great. Some people not so great. This is just how life goes, really. So you either do good or you don't, or you kind of hit in the middle. But yeah, I know a lot of people. My kids have a lot of uncles who were in the military in that part of the world. Man, I got dog hair. How did I do this? How did I get dog hair? It's got to be. Actually, didn't even get on the desk. That's the weird thing. I have to keep a rag down here to get the dog hair off the desk. So, but that's cool. I'd like to do some just like straight up traveling. I've always wanted to play. He says I play the blues because I'm older now, and that's great because I've always wanted to play the blues. That's always been like one of my favorite genres to play. That's why I actually have Fender guitars and amps because they were used to play the blues. From Chicago area in Indiana. Cool. I have some friends who are from Chicago. Actually, he's a good friend of mine. He lives down the street from me. He's one of my neighbors. He's from Chicago. He's from the Chicago area too. He moved because he just got tired of the cold, I think, and tired of being in Chicago, which is understandable. You just sometimes want to change. Which is probably why you're traveling too. It's like, yeah, I want a little bit of a change. I want to see some things. So that's my consent on things. I like to travel because I like to see new things, but I know sometimes it's not always a good, like, I can't always just travel. I gotta work. Although we are trying, like, for our business, we are trying to get it to where I can just sit here and I can mix and master all day long. I don't have to, like, leave. I can just kind of sit in my pajamas. I can play used gear from Music Go Round. Here we got one in Fort Collins. They're all over the nation, but not sponsored by them. I'm going to try to work on that, though, this year. I'm going to try to see if I can do some kind of partnership with them. You never know. Sometimes it happens. Sometimes it doesn't. 86, that's crazy. I'm just looking at my watch stuff here for my channel. But yeah, it's just something we're trying to work on. We're trying to get, like, not some kind of partnership. They're starting to do, like, their own, our local one's starting to do kind of like their own, like, social media videos on gear that they have in the shop. And they're not that they're doing them bad, but they could be so much better. So I might do that today. I might go into their shop because they have some pedals that I want to look at. just some stuff that I'm considering getting, and then I also want to see if hey, what would it? I see you guys doing some videos. Like, could we help you out with them? I know a couple of them watch our videos, so I know they people that work there have seen our content. So you know, it is what it is. But like I said, we're just streaming today. I was hopefully they're going to do this not vertical like that. I would really want to do it more horizontal, but just didn't work out. Felix says, mostly use a non-reverse burst Firebird. Oh, that's really cool. With old Cobalt pickups. They do call them P90s now, which is, I need to do some research because I want to know where that term like came from. Like, where does that term P90 came from? I know what P90s are. I've used them. That could be their model number now. I don't know. I don't have anything with P90s. Everything I have either has humbuckers or single coil. That's kind of where I live. But Firebirds were cool. If they're actually worth quite a bit of money now because they kind of stopped making them. I play a Telecaster. It's a blonde. It's a butterscotch blonde. That's the technical color for it, with a black pickguard. And actually, it looks. Oh, I'm not gonna pick it up. It's hooked in right now, and I don't want to knock it over. But it's slightly modified because I put a humbucker in it with a single coil. So I have a single coil and a humbucker, so you kind of get the best of both worlds. You can get that real twangy, single coil pickup sound that a Telecaster is known for, and then you can switch it all the way up to just a single humbucker and get that real like beefy sound of a humbucker, and then you can put it in the middle and you can get both sounds. And I do have a video on that. If you guys can find it, it's somewhere in our catalog of videos. But it's a great guitar. I changed out the pickup in it because the lipstick pickup in it that single coil lipstick pickup that comes in a Telecaster, like in just a stock Telecaster, it went out. It went out during COVID, and I was like, crap, I need to get it fixed. So I did fix it, but I put a humbucker in because that's what I could get. It's a 59, I think, by Seymour Duncan. So it's got a little more of that vintagey humbuckerish sound, but it still gives you that nice, like, bright top end that you get from a Telecaster. So that's what we play. That's what we do. I'm going to keep drinking coffee because this is also coffee time. Like, that's why it says Monday morning coffee. That's the name of our live stream today. They do buzz. I agree with that. Philip says they buzz if you're not playing them, but they have a real good punchy sound. They really do. However, there is a way to get around the buzz, but you have to do this funky regrounding between all the pickups, and it will go away. But it's a pain. It's not. It's better if you send someone out to fix that because there's a way to do it, but it's just not very easy. So, but a Mesa Boogie Roadmaster is pretty cool. I will say I haven't seen one of those in a long time, but those are pretty cool. I play a couple amps. I got an AC-15 that is out being fixed because it keeps blowing fuses, and I don't know why. And I don't have the tools to necessarily check everything to see what in its chain could be popping the fuses in it. And then I also play a Fender Blues, or I had a Fender Blues still, so I missed that thing. I had an original one and I sold it. But I play right now, because the AC-15's out, I play a Fender Hot Rod Deluxe, number 3. It's a Hot Rod Deluxe 3, which is also, it's got a lot of bottom end to it. Philip says, I love tubes because I'm old school. I love tubes too. I have a lot of tubes, not just in my guitar amps. All my guitar amps are tubed. My Fender's tubed, my Vox is tubed. Those are kind of my 2 go-to sounds. And then I've got a bunch of tube gear that sits in the desk in front of me that you guys can't see because it's off camera. I've got a Warm Audio WA tube opto compressor that I love to use, and then I've got some other stuff that's tube in the desk, and I can't remember what is all tube in the desk. That might be the only thing that's tube in the desk that I can think of right now, but I love tubes. One time I almost bought a tube console for the studio here, and I should have done it because you can't find them anymore. What type of board is that? The board that's in front of me? Philip, are you talking about what this thing in front of me is? If so, let me know. Because we sold our console. We had a big console that sat here and we sold it We had a big Soundcraft desk that sat here, and we sold it to do more of a modular desk mixer. The mixer that we had, that tube mixer, it was a Yamaha something from like the 80s, and I don't even remember what it was because it was like 15 years ago that I passed it up. But it was cool. I'd really like to get like some UA tube stuff. Like a UA tube desk would be really cool, but they're super expensive. They're like $250,000 if or more if you can find them. But yeah, I love tube gear. I'd love to use as much of it as I can. Like I even have a tube sitting here. Tubes right here. That's an EL84 tube from my Vox amp when I was trying to figure out what was going on with it. It's out in the shop now, so they'll figure it out. And I've got a WA tube compressor that I run all my vocals through. I might eventually get another one. I don't know. We'll have to see. But yeah, I use a lot of tube amps all the time. I'm always using a tube amp. When I'm recording guitars, we're using tube amps. The only thing I don't really use tube amps on, and I might change this up if I can find the right tube DI or a tube channel strip or something tube related, is our bass guitar. And I'd love to use a tube amp on bass guitar. I just don't have one. So, and that's one thing I would like to get, is a bass amp for the studio that just kind of lives here. But music, go around 4 columns. Let's see what they have for bass amps. Because I'd like to get a bass amp for the studio. I just don't have one. Because a lot of time we'll do them DI. And there's nothing wrong with that. Bass amps. And I would like to find some that have like a direct out on them, which would be really cool. Like that would be cool. Oh, that's that Behringer one. Behringer made one that's the B. It looks like butt on the thing, but it's BVT. It's a weird amp. It's supposed to be kind of like a recreation of the Ampeg stuff. I don't know if it's that great, but I've used the Ampeg Micro stuff. That's pretty. I've had some pretty decent stuff come from it. The Ashdown, I'd take that Ashdown. Does it have what I think in it? Ashdown, actually, their bass amps are pretty cool. But I think it doesn't have. Does it have an output on it? Tuner out. Oh yeah, it's got a DI out on it. So that would be kind of cool. That's not a bad deal. It's $180. Not a bad deal. But yeah, I'd like to do more tube stuff if I can, but I also understand it's like that's not always ideal, because tube gear, to maintain tube gear, oh, that'd be cool. They actually, our local music ground has a custom hybrid tube. It's kind of cool. It's got a tube preamp in it, but it's all solid state, so you get that nice tube. That'd be cool. I'm not gonna pay $700 for it though. That's the problem, is tube gear is also expensive. It can also be really expensive. Fender Rumble acoustic, PV BAM. Those are kind of neat. Behringer Ultra Bass. There's a guy I'm recording with. He has a Behringer Ultra Bass, and I'm not super fond of how it works. I don't think it sounds as good. It sounds fine. It works. Like I get a decent tone out of them. I'd rather use this. The Ashdown is like really tempting. For $180, and it's reduced. Yeah, it's got EQ in it. It's got a subharmonic generator, which is really cool. A lot of them don't have that. Output, input, high and low volume input, send and return, tuner out, which is cool. A lot of amps don't have a tuner out. Okay, back to what people were telling me. I see things going on in the stream here. Philip J, best mains I've ever used were, Carmen Vegas. Those were cool. And a Crown. We did that for a while when I first started doing stuff. Because we do live sound as well. Like we tour with bands and stuff. More local. We do more like northern Colorado area. Because I want to stay close to family. I could branch out and do more of the national stuff, but I'd rather kind of stay as close to family as I can. Hence why I built the studio in the house. But anyways, yeah, we used those for a while, and then eventually upgraded to RCFs for a while. Now I'm rocking a set for our main PA. We just got them literally this past August, and they are the They're by Presonus, which actually they're built by Works. Works builds them, so they're a Works box, which is Works is known for from really nice stuff. But it's their CDPs, I think CDP 12s. I think that's the name of them, or CDL 12. CDL 12P is the number. They're a powered line array box, and that's what we use for our mains right now. And they can crank. They actually have quite a bit of low end from them too, because they do have a 12-inch cone in them. They put out a lot of low end that I was not anticipating. So it's a single 12, but still, that's a lot of juice from a single 12 that comes out of them. Man, still at a half an hour. That's crazy. And we're still going strong. But yeah, we're gonna keep this live stream going. If you can, hit the like and the tongue tied keeps happening. Hit the like and subscribe, guys, if you haven't. If you're still watching, it helps us out. And you can watch our other stuff. So what is he saying? He's a no. I played cool. I had a lot of friends who played in that room. In both those rooms, actually. I have a lot of friends who have played in both those rooms. I have not. I've not spent a lot of time in California. I've been to California. I just haven't spent I'm gonna play music in California. Never played music in California. A lot of the stuff that we do is northern Colorado area, but I've traveled quite a bit, so I've listened to music in a lot of different states. When we did the tour with Slipknot, we did a lot of that type of stuff too. Is there a product info? There is not. That's very tempting though, because it would be nice to have just a straight up bass amp. I did that, and then we got say a cabinet. Let's see what they got for speaker cabs. We got not a lot. Not all the stuff that I want in the studio. I don't like a single, a 212 wouldn't be bad. A 112, 410 would be cool. I've never been there either. I've been to Sacramento, I think, twice in my entire lifetime. Oh, there it is with the PB 410 cab. I don't want a 410 cab. 410 cabs are heavy. But so are 212s. That's a thing to think about. A 118 would be kind of cool. Oh, that would be cool. Ampeg cabinet. 410s. Actually, this EV would be kind of neat. It's kind of a weird looking box, but that would work. And then I could take it to shows and stuff. That's one thing I do with my amps is I do to local musicians here. I'll rent them out. So they'll local TV on Saturday night called the C Street. That's cool. It's cool that they had a local TV show. Now in today's world, now that would probably equivalent to having a YouTube channel. Like bars having their own YouTube channel, which I think venues should do. On the topic of that, I think venues, in today's world, it wouldn't be hard for them to have a YouTube channel where they can stream the music that's happening. It's a little harder. Yeah, a lot of venues have turned to all DJs. But anyways, even around here, a lot of bars venues have turned into DJ shows now. And I'm like, I don't mind. I don't mind doing them because they're not hard. You get paid pretty well to do them. But anyways, back to what I was saying. I was venues should do more of that type of stuff. Have it as private showings on their YouTube where you just you send them $5. Oh yeah, here you go, it's $5, and they send you the private link. Once you pay it, you automatically get the private link and you can watch. It's another revenue stream. So I agree. Philip, you support local musicians, and we do. That's why we rent out amps for super cheap. I think right now we're renting amps out at $50 a show. Just pay us $50. Basically covers if we have to retube it. Sort of covers if it has to be retubed. A couple bands are like, hey, yeah, we'll use your amps, and here's $50, and here's tickets to our show. Tickets are $25 a pop or whatever. I'm like, cool, that's perfect. We're totally into that. So if you're a local musician here and you need a guitar amp because something happened to yours and it blew up, let us know. We'll hook you up. That's kind of why I want to get a bass amp, because I can do that with bass amps. I can do shows. I can do some backline for shows too if I want to. Not a whole lot of. I don't want to do a whole lot of backline for shows and stuff, but it's kind of I was like, well, that 115 would rock. Yeah, it's an Electro Voice 115. Yeah, that thing would just smoke. How much do I charge to set up a whole show? Oh, geez. Depends on who I'm working with and how big of a show we're talking about. Because a big show, like a big show, like you're talking like multiple monitors, you know, we're doing sound, like a whole day setup type thing, gets kind of costly. It's somewhere in the 500 to 1,000 range. It's because we kind of do them as custom bids. So each time someone wants us to do a show, we like, okay, how much do you need? How long do you need us? There's a lot of questions that go into it. Like, what do you need? The full PA? Do you need just 2 speakers? Do you need a full mixer? Do you need us to stay? What time do you want us to be there? You know, when is sound check? All this stuff goes in. So if it's a big band, it's 500 to 1,000. If we're doing like a big club setup, yeah, you're probably looking about $500 for that. Depends travel. Like we have to travel like more than an hour, we'll charge a travel time. And that's just however long it takes us to get there. If it's 6 hours away, we're going to charge you 6 hours worth of time. And that's $45 an hour rate for us to get there. That's just to cover the guy that's, if I have especially if I'm sending someone out to do it, they gotta make some money too. So that's just how I get around that. 16 channel board. We don't really have a 16 channel board. Ours is 24 channels. It's a Soundcraft UI. So it's all iPad controlled, which is really handy. You leave it on stage and then just mix from wherever you want to stand. That's convenient. It's also handy to walk, like you don't really need a snake either. You can just plug directly into it. Our amps are on stage. It can all sit on stage and be pretty self-contained. But yeah, you're probably looking like to do a show. If you say you want us to do it, say you wanted us to do it in Cheyenne, which is an hour from here, we wouldn't charge a time, but it would still probably be, you're probably still looking at about $400. So our lowest rate is $300 for the night, and then it goes up from there. $400 for the night, $500. Just depends on how long we need to be there, what we need to do, what you expect of us. You know, no snake. Yeah, no. It's kind of. I see a lot of shows kind of moving that way, where there's just an I/O box on stage, and then you're mixing from say an iPad or a laptop or something out at front of house. It's kind of nice because then you don't have to worry about having a split. If you can't afford a split, it's a good way to get around it. A lot of the shows we do, we don't necessarily need to have it on stage. Like we can run our mains straight out of that box, straight to the, out of the snake out of the stage box into there. So we might eventually get a snake to do more stuff like that, but I had a little 12 channel one, and it just wasn't cutting it for us, especially at 24 channels, just wasn't cutting. So I'm looking to eventually get maybe like a 24 channel snake, something to just extend it when I just to keep the stage a little cleaner. But also it makes it a little easier. I can put the box a little bit further back in the corner and a little further out of the way. Sometimes we'll run it. Sometimes we will run it from, we'll set it up at front of house with our rack, but the problem is our subwoofer amp currently, because our subs are passive, are in that same rack. So it's just easier to run it from the stage, but a lot of the time we can run it from the dance floor. So yeah, you're probably looking at about $300 to $400. That's what you're looking for. That's a lot of the things I work with are power trios. It's drums, vocals, and guitar. Well, counting bass guitar, yeah, that's something we can totally do. Like we do it actually quite often. I think this summer we're going to do something along those lines too, where we do it. We're going to do a show that's outside. Now, if you want us to have lights add in an extra fee of like $100. If you want us to bring our lighting system, we do have a lighting system too. And we don't just have PA, we also have lights. So we don't have a lot of we have 2 movers and 6 park cans, but our park cans are super bright. they're like 1,000 lumens a piece. They're stupid bright. I can use them in the daytime. That's how bright they are. So, and they're waterproof. So if it rains, we're fine. I've actually used them in the rain. It was kind of fun. We didn't intend to use them in the rain. It just happened that way, you know. So doing a show and it started raining, and we're like, crap, cover the PA. It's not waterproof, but the lights are fine. So actually looked kind of cool with the lights shining on it. Looked like rain coming through the lights. It was kind of cool. You know, we got a lot of people watching today. I'm glad people are watching today. You know, New Year's is coming up. New Year's, all that stuff. The funny thing is, we're not doing any New Year's shows. Yeah, most clubs are okay. Our lighting stuff is mostly when we do outdoor gigs, or there's a couple venues around here that they're a brewery, and breweries don't tend to have that kind of stuff. So we'll bring it to them. There's one brewery where I think the last like 3 months, we didn't do any. Well, we did some of their sound because they had like a small PA there for singer songwriters, and that's mostly who were playing there. But we were just mainly providing lights. Like we lit up their whole little stage area, and we had plenty of lighting. We actually had more lighting than we actually really needed. So, but yeah, most clubs and stuff nowadays kind of have their own lighting ring. Some even have a decent PA, but there's a lot of ones I've walked into. I'm like, really, that's your PA? Like, those are old PVs that are from 1980. Why? And they're not hung correctly. I'm a little afraid to actually walk underneath them. So, and then there's some clubs I've walked into, venues and stuff, where they have like an amazing PA. So it just varies. But there are times where we bring our own PA, and this time of the year, usually we're doing like New Year's Eve parties and stuff like that in venues, and we really haven't. Rosen has a system in lights. Let's bring our amps. Haha, that's funny. Yeah, I don't know if we travel all the way to Chicago for just guitar amps. That we might have to charge you extra, because that's a long drive from here. Chicago to here, I think is like 8.5 hours, 9, something like that, and that's if the weather's good. So, for those who have been watching, thank you for one. Those who have hit the like and subscribe, also thank you. You know, I'm just gonna break up our time here with that. Hit the like and subscribe if you guys find our stuff kind of interesting and informational. All sorts of stuff like that, you know, or you just think we're kind of comical, because sometimes I am. Sometimes I tell a joke, sometimes I don't. Just depends on how I'm feeling. But we are super grateful. We hit over 650 subscribers this year, which is great. Like, we're trying to get the channel to 1,000. You know, that's my goal. That's my goal, especially for this year. Roadmaster with attenuator. Sometimes you have to use an attenuator with your amp in clubs and venues, because they get kind of stingy. They're like, it's too loud. But I have it as, like, my Hot Rod Deluxe would be too loud. It's set to 1 right now, and it's too loud. In this room, it's too loud. And this room is acoustically treated and underground, and it's still too loud. So there's things like that sometimes you have to do to get around. I'm looking at, I got an itch that I can't reach. I hate that. I am looking at some isolation boxes that can like kind of travel. So you basically take the powered output of your amp, like that would normally go into your speaker in your cabinet, and it goes out into a box that's completely sealed, top bottom, with a mic in it. It has like an input. Has like an input from your guitar and then mic output. And it's all sealed. And I'm actually thinking about getting 2 of them for the studio here, because I can put 1 in each corner. Like, my room's kind of like this shape a little bit, a little rectangle, and I could put 1 here and I could put 1 here on each side of my desk. Sorry. I put 1 on each side of my desk and be able to crank guitars. And it actually is. I do usually set, like when I'm doing live sound, I set my volume for the PA and everything according to what the crowd is doing. Like, if the crowd is louder than the PA, then there's a problem. I generally think there's a problem. But then I start like, everywhere I go, I get in trouble for being too loud in a venue. It's quite often the first thing. We always come out of the gate way too loud, but you want to get people's attention. So I'm okay with it. But then they're like, it's too loud. I'm like, it's fine. Aha! Aha! All right. All right. All right, we're back, like I said. All right, sorry about that, guys. Sometimes it happens, but we're back. Got it fixed. I think we're still back. Fixed? Yep, we're still fixed. Cool. So now that we're back, like I said, live streams mess. I get a phone call through my phone because I've been doing this through my phone. That's the only problem. But I've got it set a little more strict now, so nothing should come through and mess that up. I basically had to kind of like go away from the app and come back, and it fixed it. Anyways, so Doug, I don't know what your last name is, but I'm gonna call you Doug. It says, do you plug right into your interface to record DI guitars? So I'm gonna let you in on a little secret. I do, but I do it in a certain way. I actually have a set of SSL, their SSL 6-channel, their 500 series mic pre's. They have a guitar insert on the front of them. Nice thing is they have EQ and compression built into the channel. It's a channel strip. I do that, and then I go into my interface. So that's how I do my DI'd guitars. I do too. Philip, I agree with you. Philip says he loves ambient mics. I love ambient mics for live sound, and I love ambient mics for when I'm doing recordings here in the studio. I'll do some ambient mic stuff like with ribbons and condensers and stuff. Philip says it's 127 here, and he's okay. Cool. We are located, for those who are curious, we are located in northern Colorado. That's United States of America, northern Colorado, in the Loveland area. If you know northern Colorado, you know where Fort Collins is. We're just a little bit south of Fort Collins. But like I said, we are back. I don't know. I hate phone calls and live streams. But we got it to work. So that's all that really matters. So we got it to work. If you guys like our channel, like our stuff, like our video, hit like and subscribe. You can also check out our other videos that we have. We have a plethora, and I use that loosely, of long form and short form videos on guitars and studios and mixing and stuff like that. So they're great. That's great. Yeah, if you're near us, Philip, come check us out. Like, we're always up for talking to people and meeting new people and seeing what we can help you with, or even just chat music. Maybe we can even get you on a stream if you're here local. Maybe we can have you pop on a live stream or something with us. That's something we want to do for 2025, is get some musicians on our live streams and kind of do like live interviews. So I'd also like to get, like, I got another guy that works here with me. He works for me. Kind of, he does a lot of work out of the studio here. We work more together than for each other, which is great. It's more a partnership. But anyways, I'm trying to see if I can get him maybe on our stream. We'll go from there. Yeah, you too, Philip. Stay safe. Have good trips. I know you're out traveling, so we'll see you whenever we see you. And if not, check out our other stuff when you got some more time. So, like, we've been on for almost an hour. Unmute. Oh, that's thing. So, thumbs up to you too, man. Thumbs up. Kind of like this view, a little more like this. I still can't believe we got all these people watching. I don't know how long we'll live stream for. I really don't. I don't have like, yeah, we're gonna do it for an hour. We're gonna do it for 10 minutes. You know, there's no. I just threw an empty fuse off the desk. Like, I don't really have a set time, but I do have coffee, and there's still coffee in this cup. It's still half full. So if you want to join me on a coffee morning, and this is a good morning to do it. New Year's coming around, you know, people are watching and liking and subscribing on our channel. We're trying to grow it. We're not trying to be like a multi, what do you call it? Like a multi-million-dollar. No, we're just trying to get, we use it as a platform to, one, talk about music, advertise our studio. It's like the best way to advertise. It's free. YouTube is free. It's free advertisement. Get on there and talk about your services and what you can do, and maybe how well you can do it. So, but we're going to do some tutorials coming up in the coming weeks / year. So that's going to be cool. But we also want to write some music. Like I said earlier, we're going to do a song a month starting in January. I got some stuff that I want to put together that I think will be cool. I hope. And then we're going to throw it all together at the end of the year. I might release it, like get one song, and then when I start working on the next one, I'll release one at a time as singles, and then at the end of the year, smack it together as an album. That's kind of my thought on me doing this thing. So we'll just see. I could be wrong. Could work out well. Could not. Who knows? But I want to drink some coffee. And I just can't believe how quick the year went. The year has been crazy fast. So I like literally, I thought it would take a lot longer. So, but I was wrong. It just really moved by. Wow, man, got quite a few people watching, which I'm grateful. That's one thing I am grateful for 2024 is all the people that watched. Like, we had more watch views than we did the year before. Like let's see, last year. Let's look at 2023. We did 183,882. That's what we did. This year we did 184,400. Like, it's crazy. It's just like, I didn't think it would happen. I didn't think we would get to that point. We've had like 12. Oh, that didn't feel good. We've had 1,200 watch hours, which we're super grateful that people have spent the time to watch our content. There's so much content out there nowadays. It's easy to just kind of skip over something, but people watched it, and that's been great. Like, I didn't think people would actually like sit and watch. Kind of like our live streams. Like, we've hit, it says 178 views. Like, 178 people viewed this live stream today, not counting our other stuff. So it's like, it's kind of crazy. And that's like why we keep the live streams going, is because it gives us interaction to you guys. Like, we can interact. It's via the chat, but still, you can type in something. As long as it's appropriate, we'll respond to it, even if it's not music related. We got a lot of people who do, like, they do ask us music stuff. I think we're going to do a video on, and this is where I might get a couple other people on it, but like, what's your favorite song? I don't have a favorite song, but I know people who do. So maybe we'll get them on there. Maybe we'll get people to stop talking about the beard. I haven't done anything with it today, so it is what it is. I tried to like kind of, but it does whatever it wants. Yeah, but we're gonna keep mixing music this year. I hope to mix more albums. We kind of, this year for the album mixing stuff was a little lighter than I'd like it to be, but next year we could mix 10 albums or 10,000 songs. Who knows? I have a goal to mix 1,000 songs in a year. That might be a little much. That's a lofty goal. Let's make it 100. We'll mix 100 songs in a year. That's a little more doable. That'd be about 2 a week, give or take. So I'll make that a goal. 100 songs in a year. That would be great. I've known some people who do like 500 songs in a year, which is crazy. I'd like to do some more studio tour videos, I think. Not just of our space, but of local studios in our area. Trying to get like, hey, I'd like to talk to you guys. I'm not trying to get jobs from you guys. I'm just curious. Like, how do you guys do stuff? What do you work on? What's your space like? How'd you get into it? It's just stuff like that. And we'll see what happens. Oh, that's good coffee. I think that's Redemption. Nope, that's Devil's Coffee. I got a couple different coffees that I've been drinking, but I have a new one that's called Redemption Coffee. It's really good coffee. I've had it before. I got it for Christmas. And it's good. I like it. So, but, it is what it is. But those who are, we're down to one person. But, like, I'm going to wave hello again to everybody. We've been on for an hour. I don't know if we'll keep going on past an hour. Guys, it just depends on what happens. Like, we have 180 people who viewed. It says we have 3 right now. I don't know. I don't know if I can trust the concurrent viewers number always. Views I could. Because people get on and off and stuff like that. Because that's how it counts views differently than it counts viewers. But I don't know. I don't know if I can trust it. It says there's 3 people, but you 3 that are watching it, feel free to like and subscribe if you haven't already. And there's 4 now. And hit us up in the chat. Like, we'd like to talk with you. Like, there's so many people that watch this that we don't even get to really talk with. Like, you can ask us questions about our space, about really anything. Like, that's fine too. Ooh, G and K. Oh, I had that one. That was a good amp. Looks like it was dropped, though. I don't like it when people are like, yeah, here's an amp. It's this much, but it's been dropped. Like, badly. Ooh, good Lord. That's got a big old nick off of it, off the back of it. If it was in a little bit better condition, I'd consider it. Because it's on wheels. And I think I'd like my cabinets. Oh, there's a used G and K. That's a single 15, though. Doesn't look too bad. I might go check that one out. Looks like it's a 112. Yeah, it says it's 112. I might go look at that one. That wouldn't be a bad cabinet either. PV Widow. Heart wouldn't be too bad. Euphonic. Those are all too big. Those are like massive cabinets. Those would actually make great. They'd make really good subs, actually. Yeah, I think I'd just go with that PV, that 4x12, or the Hark. That Pro is a little bit cheaper. Or a Sonic 212 would be fine. But the 412 might be a little better. Bass players can get kind of finicky, I've noticed. What have I gotten? Let's see, speakers. Recording speaker cabinets. I always like to see what people are like. Oh, what are you in a speaker cabinet? I think I go back and forth with getting a subwoofer for the studio here. I had one for a while. I had an Atom, and I love that thing. I should have kept it. I thought about getting one again, but oh, this is a good deal on that one. I don't have $600 to spend on that one, but that would be a good deal for a live sub. I'd like to get some powered live subs just to do more stuff with. That's kind of neat. It's like a KRK travel set. I would like to get a smaller set of speakers, a second set of speakers to sit on the desk here. And I have a set that could, that are more near field, but I want small ones, like tiny. I'm talking tiny ones. Something that's like in the Aratone type. Oh, whoa! When did they get that in? That would be cool. They got a whole bunch of speakers in that weren't in the other day. I'm looking at Music Go Around here, and they had a whole. I've been thinking about switching because my Fender doesn't have a Fender speaker, and it actually has a Celestian, and that's, I think, Fender did. They put a G12 in it, Celestian G12, which is actually not a bad speaker. Sounds really good, but I'd like to put an actual like Fender cabinet in it. Fender speaker in a Fender, but it may be gone. Sometimes that happens. They have a Vox one. That Vox one, that's a VX12. That wasn't okay. And I don't know that one. Vostex. Anyways, hit us up, guys, if you guys got any questions. We're up for answering them because it's fun. And it just is what it is. Venue 2 portable. That wouldn't be a bad little for smaller stuff. It's got 4 inputs, bunch of outputs. That's a lot cooler than the original ones. I don't know if I'd spend $500 on it. I had one for a while. I had the Passport 250. I had one of them, and those aren't bad either. They're just not great. I have enough speakers. I don't really need one. Not really something I'm like, yeah, I need that. Pro sounds what they got in microphones. I'm always looking at microphones. I have like a microphone addiction where I'm always buying microphones. Those M5s wouldn't be bad either. I don't know. Not that LCT still in. Lewitt makes some great stuff. They have 440 Pure, which is a really cool microphone. Ooh, go back. What was that? with mic. What is this thing? I'm sure what this is. Oh, it's a piezo system. So they work off of vibrations is what they do. That Townsend would be kind of cool. I don't want to spend that much. They have a pair of ribbons there that they're not a stereo pair, but they would be cool. They're made by Panther. They're active though. So that'd be kind of neat. Kind of need to try them out. Like guitars, bass amp. I think it'd be really cool. Actives can take a little more of the brunt. They can. They can take a little more of that attack and stuff that comes off of SPL level stuff. So, and they're all weird stuff, but nothing I'm like, yeah, I'd like to get that. Sometimes they got some cool stuff in their mic locker. Let's see, effects. Let's see what they got for effects. Because you can never have enough effects. But sometimes, a lot of stuff they have is usually pro summer stuff like art. Some of the DBX stuff is kind of cool. That's a preamp. The DBX 286 was a cool unit. I see people are kind of starting to like fizzle out here. And it happens at about an hour, I notice our stream starts to drop. It kind of fizzles. It doesn't really like drop, but it kind of fizzles. I saw that art, that used to be mine. I'd get another one if I needed another one. If I had room for another one. I don't know where I'd put it. Suppose I could put the power conditioner in the back of the desk, which I don't want to do. And then I could put it in here, but I don't need another 1176. I really don't. It'd be cool. I already have one. Artistic comp though. I would buy that. I'd buy that back from them. I had it. It's actually the one they have here, I think, is mine. And it wasn't a bad compressor. Not at all. I just didn't need it. I'll do that sometimes. I'll just get rid of stuff that I don't need. 651 is crazy. What was that? Ideas. No, I don't need ideas. I have plenty ideas for my channel that I'm going to do. Got a lot of ideas. I think the whole having a like doing tutorial stuff, especially for what do you call it? For some of the mixing stuff that I do and recording is going to be kind of fun. I haven't really done a whole lot of tutorials. I've done a few here and there, but I think it'll be fun. I got some stuff on drums I want to do. I have some stuff on just general mixing, my master chain. The reason why you have Universal Apollos here, but don't use their recording software, that's going to be a whole thing in itself. It's just, I had some issues with Luna and it slowed me down, and I can't be slowed down in the studio. When you're mixing stuff for other people, you kind of need to be as quick as you can. Like as quick as you can with the best results as you can. Those are kind of the top two things. And with Luna, I was getting some of the results that I liked, but it was just taking me way longer than I needed. And then when I'd bounce down, Luna would take forever to bounce. Especially with like UA plugins on, it would be like, and I didn't have a lot of UA stuff on. I had a lot of stuff that was like native, a lot of waves and stuff that was going on, and it would just like creep. And when in Logic, I have it set to do that because it's doing a real-time bounce through my bus compressor over here from Warm Audio, and it's doing that whole chain, that whole actual real-time bounce, and that is fine because it's doing, but it was doing an offline bounce in Luna, and it was just taking forever. It would take like 3 minutes to bounce a song. I was like, it should take like 10 seconds. You know, actually, I have a pretty fast computer, but it was taking way longer than it should. Especially, so I have 10 cores in my laptop, and I have 10 cores in Apollo processing. Between it, that's 20 cores. Should just go and be done. And it wasn't. So I'll start setting up chains, I think, in UA console. Just to have chains set in certain things. I've got some stuff. I got like API Vision. I use a what do you call it? A V76 preamp, like emulation for my vocal stuff, because it already goes through Tube. So that's just to kind of, if I want to roll off some, like I can roll off 80 hertz or something. Actually, I probably will roll off 80 hertz. So yeah, and I can boost some stuff. I can I can do some various output stuff. It's kind of cool, kind of a neat piece of equipment. And then I've got some API Vision stuff going here, which I do like. I'm trying to think what else I got going here. Those preamps, that doesn't really get a, like I have the unison, I have 8 unison preamps. I don't really use them like they should. Marshall Plexi, Voxbox. I do like the Voxbox. I like the Helios. I've been using the Helios a time. Ooh, that was loud. Didn't really expect to get that loud of a ding, especially when I'm on reduce. I'll go to work. Maybe that'll, I don't know. I'll go back to, it's not supposed to ding, but it keep getting stuff going through. That actually came through my laptop, not through my computer. So, but it was on Do Not Disturb. So I don't know. I'm starting to believe that Do Not Disturb isn't actually working. I'm just going to turn it off because it's not doing anything that I want it to do. So, B Brothers, hi. They said hi. How you doing? Hopefully you're enjoying our channel and our content that we got going on here. Well, we've had almost 200 views today. That's great. I love seeing that. Got a weird itch right here. But like I said, we're going to keep working on channels and stuff here. And we're going to keep trying to figure out chains in UA's console along with Star. Hi, Star. You said hi earlier, I think. I might be wrong. I feel like you were here earlier, Star. Yeah. You were back. You were here earlier. Cool. Okay, B Brothers, what do I do here? So, what do I do here? Since you're new, this is our channel. Thanks for finding us. You probably found us through YouTube, just general search or whatever it said you should watch. So we first are just interacting with whoever's hitting us up on our chat here. Also, we talk about music. We sometimes I have a dog that walks in, like a couple dogs that have been on a couple times. You guys watched earlier, they were on earlier. But we just kind of sit here and just kind of talk about general stuff. We are a recording studio, so we sometimes talk about that kind of stuff. Sometimes we talk about goals, like 2025 is coming up and things are going down. He asks, I'm a musician. I am a musician. I play guitar and drums. Very loosely play guitar and drums. Sometimes I'll play for other people's stuff. I'm actually working on some songs with a guy right now. I'm playing guitar, and the other day I played so long that my fingertips went numb. Don't recommend that. We played for like 3 hours straight. I was like, I'm not used to this. I'm not used to playing for 3 hours straight. I'll play for an hour. That's fine. We didn't take any breaks, which I think when he comes back in, I'm going to spread it out. So, but he's got to realize each time he comes in, he's paying me time. I can't do it for just a flat fee across the board. But yeah. Star says hi again. You're an interesting person. Let's see, what is your new tab? Yeah, I like looking at other people's channels sometimes because it's kind of fun to see, like, what do you do? Like, what does your channel look like? Yeah, it looks like you do all sorts of cool stuff. We're not trying to be like a Mr. Beast type thing here. We're just, we play music, we talk about music, and that's really about it. Sometimes we have a dog that comes on. If you guys like our channel, hit the like and subscribe. It's like super, super helpful. We got another dog in here. You gonna come give me a hug, Dish? Dish, come on, come on. We got another friend. Come on, come on, come on. Up, come on. Well, I'm not gonna pet you then. Come on, come on, come on. Well, then go away. He's growling at me. You can probably see him a little bit top of his head. You might see him in the background. There he is, that little black dot that was back there a minute ago. You might be able to see him. He's black. He's back there, I swear. How to donate? What do you mean? What do you mean cooked? What do you mean? Cook says how to donate. What do you want to donate? What are you donating? Like, what are we talking about here? Donate money. We really don't take donations. It's not not really what we do. Let's see here. Let's see what your channel looks like. Oops, that works. Oh, cooked. That makes sense. Your channel's about cooking. That's actually a genius thing. That's a genius name for a channel. We don't really have a way to donate money, mostly because we're not monetized. If we were monetized, which we're not because we haven't gotten the subscribers or the views in which to do that yet. We're getting close. We just haven't quite got there yet. We're getting close. Then you could send us money through, let's see. You could send us through supers. Doesn't look like they do that anymore. Supers, that helps engage with community and feel supported. Yeah, you can do supers. We don't quite have that yet. We haven't quite hit our next milestone is to have supers to where you guys can send us money. Like if you wanted to send money to our channel, you could. How more hours do I need to get monetized? Well, first of all, it starts with subscribers, and to get to that point, we need another subscribers. We're there actually. It's 500 subscribers to hit there, and we have surpassed that. And then we need 3 videos to upload in 90 days. We've done that. We're sitting at 486 public watch hours. So we need a total of 3,000 to be monetized. And it's getting there. There's so many other tech channels like this, or 40, or, we can get 3 million short views as well. But we'd have to have like one of our shorts just go completely viral. And I don't foresee any of our shorts going that viral. We have a couple shorts that are hitting that, like one I did last year of our Fender Blues Deluxe when we had it, and it's hit like, I don't know, it's somewhere in that. See if I can find it. It may not tell me. The app will tell me on my phone, not inspiration dashboard. Publish videos. Yeah, top videos here. Top videos. Lifetime, please. So we have one that's at almost 20,000 views, and that's since February 2023. But I doubt we're going to ever get to that point with them. Yes, you're right. Getting monetized is extremely hard, especially with all the content that's out today. Like YouTube has like the most content on the planet. It's like one of the top 5 search engines. I think it goes like Google and then YouTube. Like that's search engine one, like Google search, your Chrome search, and then YouTube. So, which is why we do this. It helps people find our studio. So if someone wanted to book a recording with us, they could get on YouTube and kind of see like what the space kind of looks like a little bit, what we're about, what we have for gear, maybe what we think on certain pieces of gear that they might think about getting to record their own stuff. There's just lots of stuff that we do, but we're getting there. Like we're up to 651 subscribers. Like we still need 1,000 subscribers to fully like take advantage of the entirety of the monetization. But and that one you need 4,000 views. So like really we're trying to get up to 3,000 watch hours, but it's hard because sometimes people only watch 5. Cornelius, hi back. Hi Cornelius. I love the name, actually. That's one of my favorite names is Cornelius, just because it's kind of like it's one of the names in Meet the Robertsons. I think his name is Cornelius. Anyways, but Cornelius has always been kind of a fun name. It's like sophisticated in a certain way. I'm drinking some more coffee. One of my favorite mugs, by the way, it's a Beatles mug. It says, "All you need is love." It's a good reminder, too. Cornelius, we live in the United States of America, not to be confused with the United States of Mexico. Yes, there's multiple United States. You have to realize that. But we are United States of America. We're in northern Colorado. My name is Justin, for everybody who hasn't heard that portion of our video yet. I did it earlier in the video, I think. Pretty sure I did. But the studio is Fox and Robyn Recording. I'm Justin. That's how I start a lot of my videos. So that's kind of how we start things. I don't know if we'll live stream all day. This is kind of one of our longer ones for sure. Like, I've had a few that have gone longer. Canada's cool. I've been to Canada twice. And the second time that I was there, I got stuck. And I got stuck because the plane that I was flying out on couldn't get the parking brake off. So they couldn't back out from the terminal. So I was stuck there for like 8 hours. It was great. But you know, I loved Canada. British Columbia, I loved it. It reminds me a lot of like where I live here in Colorado. Like, it's kind of green, mountainish. Colorado is green at certain points of the year, but like the mountains are kind of similar. The people were kind of the same. City structures were a little bit similar. You know, they took our U.S. money. I didn't have to do exchange rate. I didn't have to exchange much into Canadian, which was even better because I've actually noticed that with a lot of like border towns, they'll kind of take both. But you know, I love British Columbia. I'd go back there. Brendan does stuff. Says hi, Brendan. That does stuff. I hope you actually do stuff. What stuff do you do, Brendan? That's what I'm curious. What do you do? We do music. We talk about music. We play music. We have bands that come in and record in our studio space. If you guys haven't, hit the like and subscribe to our channel. Also, check out our other stuff that we got. Oh, yeah. That wasn't... See, it doesn't matter. I have it on Do Not Disturb, and it still goes through saying, you've got this. Brendan says, hi, sir. I found this scrolling through shorts this morning. That's awesome. Like, I'm glad that you found something that was of our stuff through shorts. We got stuff that are in there. It's never the stuff that I think is actually going to take off, but there's so many shorts and stuff now. Somebody liked... I don't really care. I'm going to go like this. Actually, I'm going to go like that. Mute. If I mute, it's actually... What you guys are hearing, the notification go aren't actually my phone. It's my my studio monitors here because my laptop is hooked to my phone and my phone is hooked to my iPad and all that fun stuff. This is my job. I wouldn't say it's musician. It's actually studio owner and operator is, I think, technically my title. I own Fox and Robyn Recording. We do audio, visual, and recording for bands and venues and all sorts of productions and stuff like that. So I do this pretty much. And then I have the YouTube channel that I hope one day will make its own set of money. Someday. We'll see. That's where the like and subscribe kind of comes in. But is that a business where I could come in? What do you mean come in? Like you want to start on your own, or like you want to come and join us type? That's where I stand. Like, what do you want to do per se? Like, so we were like, I want to do this and I want to join you. And I'm like, well, that's great. We're in northern Colorado. Like, oh, cool. I'm in a different town, you know, in a different state. Brendan does stuff. Looks like you just do stuff. Sunflower seeds. I don't know. Maybe they're a scam. You got some good stuff going on here. You got some shorts, man. You got to work on some long form stuff because the shorts work great, but the long form goes long better. People come in and sing and record. I do. People do come in, they record, they play guitar, sing, play drums. I've got a band we're working with right now, recording possible album. It's definitely EP. It might turn into an album. I'm thinking it's going to turn into an album. But yeah, they come in, they play drums, they play like drum set back there. I actually play that drum set too. I'll play drums on stuff, but people will sing, they record. We've got tons of microphones, a lot of stuff like that. How do you buy this shirt? You go to your local music go round if there's one in your area, and see if they'll sell you one, or join their points program, where if you buy stuff they give you points, and then the points add up to dollars. On their birthday they give you a free shirt, so I get one every birthday. I've got like 6 of them. I think 6. There's a few years I skipped. And then the other day I was dropping an amp I was dropping off my amplifier to get repaired because they have a guy that does repairs on amplifiers. And we were talking about shirts because I was wearing, I think maybe this shirt or another one of them. I can't remember. I've got 2 that are very similar. And they gave me one. they're like, here's another one. You missed your birthday this year. Here's another shirt. I was like, oh, cool, thanks. Like, so I love working with those guys. They're all super cool, super chill. At least ours is. So, what's crazy, B Brothers? I don't know if that's crazy. Smoothie Pro says hi. Hi, Smoothie Pro. I love smoothies. I'm not drinking a smoothie. I'm drinking coffee. But I do love me some smoothies. I'm not going to lie. I haven't had... when was the last time I had a smoothie? Summertime, probably. Probably in the summer I had some smoothies. I like smoothies. But it was probably summertime that I had smoothies. Yeah, I don't know if that's really making a difference. I'm trying something new with my channel where I'm just doing I have 4 videos I'm testing out here just to see what they do. I'm not adding extra tags and stuff to the actual name. I'm just making them longer and just see what they do. All has to do with SEO stuff. That is what I'm testing out here. And what? There we go. Analytics. That's crazy. Crazy. A lot of people are watching today, which is fine. It's Monday. People got some time. It's almost lunchtime. In certain parts of the world, it's lunchtime. Certain parts of the world, it's breakfast time. But my goal is always to, like, with the coffee, like Monday morning coffee, is to make a cup of coffee, fill it all the way up, and then I talk, and I'll end the stream when this is empty. It's not empty. So we just kind of keep it going. Got 3 people watching. I think the most we had was 10 at one time, and that was like right around 10 o'clock. But, you know, when did we start? We didn't start at 9:10. We started 9:40-ish. We started. Yeah, 9:40 would be here. Yeah, we've been going for about an hour and 20 minutes. That's crazy. Funny thing is, my phone doesn't tell me. What's my favorite smoothie combination? Mine right now is peach mango. And that's my favorite smoothie. Smoothie Pro asked me, what's my favorite smoothie combination? And peach smoothie is by far my favorite right now. Has been for a while. It's 2:05 p.m. where you're at. That's great. It means it's about mid-afternoon for you. So my mid-afternoon is going to be me mixing some songs here that I need to finish mixing because I was supposed to have them done before Christmas. Didn't happen. And that's not me or anything. It's just I had the week before Christmas, I had ballet. I had the Nutcracker Ballet all week, along with some Christmas parties, and then I had Christmas Eve services to do for churches and then family stuff. And by the time I got around to it, here we are. So, but the New Year's coming. It's going to bring some new stuff, some fun stuff. Hopefully some new clients, some new artists, some new venues, maybe even. I don't know. We'll see what happens. I think I'm lined up to do a music festival, so we might do some stuff from that. We'll just have to see what happens. But we are going to work on getting more people to come in here and record, mix, master stuff for them. So if you're a band, an artist, or have some songs that you've recorded and just don't quite know how to make them work, make them mix sound like they should sound, send us a message at foxandrobynrec.com or through our other social medias, which is also Fox and Robyn Rec. It's all the same. It makes it easier. It makes everything easier if it's all kind of the same. So yeah, let's see here. Where are we sitting? December. Yeah, that's not right. The app shows live stuff a lot better than the lifetime. I like lifetime. We've hit 390,000, which is crazy that we've hit that much in views. But it doesn't count. I don't know why that doesn't count. I think it doesn't count quite so much because it's what do you call it? Not all of it's long form views. A lot of it's other views, like shorts. But I think we're getting to the point in the day where we're gonna log off here. We got one person watching, which is fine, whatever. It is what it is. If you liked our content, hit the like and subscribe. Go watch our other stuff. I think it's just that time of the day where I'm not losing interest, but I also feel like I don't really have much more to talk about. My coffee's getting to its end. And, you know, I do have work I need to work on before I have to go do some other stuff. So thanks for watching. Hit the like and subscribe if you haven't. Watch our other content. Check out our website, foxandrobynrec.com. And we also have some Waves affiliate links for their end of the year sale that we'll post in our description here. Trying to think what else we got going on. Also, if you want us to record something, also send us, or you want us to mix something, send us a message at foxandrobynrec.com. We have a contact page that is down below. I think it's at the bottom of the website, and it'll bring you to bring you to the Wave page, and then anything you buy after you've hit that link, anything you buy that kicks us back some money to help support the channel and support the studio and anything else that we want to try to do. So thanks for watching, everybody. We're going to go make some music and have a happy new year. See you later. If I can get it to stop.